Hola, buenas tardes. Me llamo Marilyn Manley. My name is Marilyn Manley, and I'm full professor and chairperson of the Department of World Languages. I completed a bachelor's degree at Boston University with a double major in linguistics and Hispanic languages and literatures. And then I went on to the University of Pittsburgh, where I completed a master's and a PhD in Hispanic linguistics. I did not always know I wanted to be a professor. I wanted to be a pop star. I wanted to be a famous dancer. And those are great hobbies of mine. But now I try to incorporate them into my teaching. A little bit here and there. My students might find me doing salsa or merengue in class. And singing I also try to incorporate into our classes here and there, and that's actually one of the reasons why I fell in love with Spanish. In 7th grade I had a teacher who used music, and we learned a lot of songs, and I had so much fun with that. From then on I just fell in love with the language. The food is amazing, and I love all kinds of different foods in general, but I had a chance to study abroad in Spain when I was a junior. I was living in Madrid, and I had the good fortune of living with a Spanish woman who had been a chef, and so I gained a lot of weight. And she cooked me some amazing food, such as paella. I still love paella. Also judías blancas con jamón, lentejas, croquetas, and so many other delicious meals that I miss now. So the job here for me as an assistant professor when I began was what brought me to this area. So I had been in Pittsburgh finishing my PhD, and then was offered the job as an assistant professor here at Rowan. So I came here, that was back in 2004, so I've been here a while. So I generally teach courses in Spanish language and also linguistics. For example, this semester I'm teaching a course in linguistic anthropology. I also teach a class in Hispanic linguistics, and one of my favorite classes is one that I originally taught for our honors program, and with that class I teach Quechua language. I'll be teaching that also in spring 2022. And the class is called Modern Descendants of the Incas, Quechua Language, Culture, and History. So, living in our world today, we are so interconnected and interdependent. It's just very important for students to be able to communicate with the people around them and to be a global citizen. And by studying world languages, students benefit both personally and professionally. No matter the field of study that they're pursuing, if they can communicate with another group of people, then it's better for them, and better for everyone, to be able to expand, their network. So for example, someone who is in a health profession, or working as a doctor or a nurse, if they can speak another language, they can communicate that much better with their patients, for example. So we have a lot of students who are interested in the health fields. We also have many students who are interested in work with the government, and so some of them might be interested in FBI or CIA, for example, or work with immigration. Also, we have lawyers or people who are working in the legal system, for whom it's also very advantageous to be able to speak another language with their clients. Those who are in advertising, might want to advertise to a broader group of customers, and just on and on. It's, really within any field, it's going to be helpful to be able to reach another group of people and to communicate with them. We highly encourage study abroad, and I always tell students that it's really the best, to go and be immersed in the language and to have to speak it, to be immersed in the culture as well. And we partner with the International Center here at Rowan and work quite a bit with Laura Kaler, who is the advisor for study abroad. And so students, when they study abroad, they're able to transfer those credits back to fulfill the requirements for any of our programs. So also I like to tell students, if you were a chemistry major, you would totally go to chemistry land, right? So if you're studying a world language, it's the best that you can do is to go to that place where you're surrounded, 24/7, and where you're pushed to communicate and practice. We have a wonderful group of faculty in our department, and I know this because I'm the chairperson and I read the student evaluations, and our students absolutely love our faculty, including our full-time faculty and our adjuncts as well. And so we have very talented, very professional instructors who are very passionate about what they do. Many of them are also natives of different countries. And so they bring a lot of cultural knowledge with them as well. Within our faculty, we also have significant achievements in terms of research, publications, books, articles, conference presentations, participation in grants as well. And so our faculty are really making a big difference in the field for us. Our students have also been excellent and a pleasure for us to work with. Some of our students have gone on to a wide variety of careers. So as I was mentioning earlier, students can apply their skills in language to all kinds of career options. So we have someone, for example, one of our great past students, Ashley Abdullah, had been working for Univision, for example. We also have students who have gone on to study a master's in translation, for example, at Rutgers. Acacia Hutton is a good example of that. We have another student who recently went on to a master's program in computational linguistics at Montclair, Joseph Antaki. And so that gives you just a taste of where our students are going. But they are doing wonderful work, whether they go on to graduate study or, enter the workforce immediately as a translator, for example, as well. Sure. So at present, I'm working with a few colleagues at different universities on the creation of Quechua language pedagogical materials, and part of a project called Kinti, which means hummingbird, actually, in English. And with this group, we're currently working on creating an open access e-text for beginning Quechua language. And so the idea is that this will be available to anyone free of charge to learn Southern Quechua, in this case, Southern Quechua that's spoken in southern Peru and also Bolivia. I would say that Rowan is an amazing university, and I've very much enjoyed being here since 2004. I haven't left. And I think that there are many opportunities for our students. I think one area where students really should take advantage is to customize their experience, their academic career as they move through Rowan. And so, especially within the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, it's very easy to combine programs, to pursue a double major or a major and a few minors. We have certificates of undergraduate study as well. And so in the Department of World Languages, we do offer many options that students can use to complement their experience, even if they're pursuing a different major. And that will really help them as they go out to search for a career, for a job, to be able to say that they have that skill and they can benefit their employer with a knowledge in a world language as well.